Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're back here to talk about another real classic, and that's Target Earth for the Genesis. It's kind of got something of a cult following today, I'd say, but you definitely. You might not have played it when it was originally out. I ended up with getting a copy. You know, I was trading a lot of games with a rental store back in the day. Whoa, guy pulling the jailbreak out there. And I got ripped off horribly. I was trading like 2 games for 1 game and stuff like that. Just making a lot of bad decisions when it comes to game acquisition through the whole 16-bit era. Traded a lot of my Nintendo games up for Genesis games, getting ripped off in the process, and traded a lot of Genesis games for different Genesis games. You know, just the whole process. But I ended up with a copy of Target Earth that way, and really latched onto it. It was a very hard game, and it's become somewhat notable, I guess, in the years since for being difficult. But they also let you cheat in it, which is what we're gonna do. Because I'm just gonna go through the game. It's got some pretty outstanding music, and it's fun, And it was a game that I went back to a lot over the years on the Genesis, and had a pretty good time with it. So let me get it going here. So there's also a weapon cheat. You can also perform that I'm going to try to do. It'll give you every single weapon in the game after the first level. So basically, I just need to not kill anything, or I think it might not be not hit anything other than the ship that I have to hit to clear the level. So before every mission, you go in and pick your loadout. This is a mech game, so I'm putting weapons on the mechs. Your basic gun here, it requires reloading, but has infinite ammo otherwise. This is a shotgun, and this is like a chaff, like a chaff style weapon here. It's battle time. Here's where the sick bass kicks in. Alright, so I need to basically finish this level with 2,800 points. That'll be how I know that I've done it successfully. That'll be a lot easier to do because we're cheating. This game has regenerating health. So you see my health on the screen there. When I get hit, it goes down. But it slowly works its way back up. So, it gives you a fighting chance. The game is not impossible, but there are definitely enemies, stupid barriers and stuff you can walk into and really screw up and just kind of die immediately. Ooh, you slide down a hill like that, kind of skip down a hill. If you hold down the jump button when you land, you'll get a good high jump out of it. Alright, enemy warship has passed the D-line. Alright, we gotta go get that warship. Apparently my name is Rex. The story is not necessarily well translated, so here's our warship. We need to be careful to not hit anything else. You see, I'm technically dead. I'm technically already dead. The interesting thing about that cheat, you activate it by hitting start on player 2, and it actually turns it into kind of a 2-player game. Like it lets a second player control one of the other mechs that just kind of comes on screen. It's sort of a weird thing. These guys are jumping real close to it. Be careful. But at the same time, I gotta kill this thing before it gets too close. Alright, there we go. 2,800 points. That should be it. It should have given us every single weapon in the game right then and there. Which would be good because we can show off some of the different stuff. Because basically, weapons are normally earned by your performance, and the performance is different. This one, it's the distance. So this faster you kill that warship, the more bonus weapons you get under normal circumstances. And here we are, stage 2, escape. All right, great. We got everything. Awesome. Enemy troops are surrounding the base. We must retreat to Earth. So basically, in this mission, we'll have to get to the far end of the base. Alright, we're gonna remove all these weapons here. We want an HG gun, because it is the upgraded version of the LG gun. It goes, you know, life's good, it's hella good. Let's get an upgraded shotgun. Why not? The 40SC, the grenade launcher, not necessarily all that useful. The 150BZ is real useful, but not as useful as the 203BZ. This is a fast-moving projectile weapon that really unloads good. Missile pod, that homes in, so that could be fun. These EAS and ECN, these weapons only shoot straight. They're kind of rail shot weapons, not that great. Burst, you know, armor, not really a factor. Shield, not really a factor because we're just cheating. I actually don't know what burst does. Is an upgraded DD? Maybe. But backpack is... Oh, well, I got room. Let's take burst and see what burst does. And backpack. The old B-pack, people. The old B-pack. So this is actually a jump jet thing that we can use to fly for short periods of time. Useful. Good luck. Alright, so C button, which can rotate through the weapons. Let's see what... Well, we only got 10 bursts, so maybe I don't want to waste them. Whatever. I don't know. Let's wait for something to... So now when we hold down jump, we'll get a little bit of a jet boost here. When you land, it resets. You want covering fire? You got it! And I'll come in and lay some dudes out, but... Oh, so bursts... Okay, that little thing shoots out and kind of just stays... Guys just stay shot out, I guess. Weird. 40SC is our shotgun. Boom, one shot. We got this guy kind of helping us out. This is cool. I like that the explosions, the variety of the explosions are pretty great. You know, sometimes you get the ones that go off in a chain. Oh, dude! That's the bad guy. We even hit. Ah! Now you can hit him, but he's never gonna blow up. Just, you know, we'll face him later. And again, because we're cheating, we even get to kind of dump this many rounds into him. I think 2-3BZ shoots pretty hard. That one. Great explosion. M-pod shots hold up. Forward now! Alright, so this is kind of cool because you get more of a bonus for holding it down here and letting more of your allies get on board the escape ship. But eventually the escape ship will take off without you and you will lose. So there's balancing act. It doesn't necessarily... I mean, it warns you. You know, he'll come back on and say, "You gotta get in right now!" But then it'll go for a little while longer, and then if he comes back on and says, "We're out of here," it just closes and leaves without you. It's not like you have 2 seconds, you have 1 second, nothing like that. So you kind of got to be on it here, but you know, like I said, we're out of ammo on that one. Busting people up with this BZ. We're getting BZ on these guys. What's happening? So normally I'd have to, you know, jump around and avoid all this fire. Hurry up! Alright, we're gonna let... Guys over here, get in. Get in, damn it! Oh, you got blown up. It's the worst. Alright, this guy. This is gonna be the last dude. Oh, this is gonna be the last dude! This is how it goes. Alright, we're just gonna go. Take off! Whoop! So we rescued 14. I don't know that that's actually any good. We got no bonus weapons, but that might actually be happening because we did that weapon cheat. I'm not sure. So here we get another change of pace. An enemy warship near us. Atmosphere entry in 300 seconds. Protect shuttles from enemy fire. Select weapons now. I feel like we've got a good badge here. That the jetpack will be useless on this level. But you know what? We're gonna get rid of that burst because this just doesn't seem very good. Let's grab the shield. Mess around with the shield too much. So there are a couple different firing modes. By default, it's you know, you just are pointing in the direction you want to fire in and firing. You know? So now we are floating around in zero G, protecting these shuttles, and we've got these guys kind of on our side, hanging out, shooting lasers. You know, but we've got our weapons here. You know, we're on just a full-on space fight. Still have access to our different weapons. Another cool thing, let's, you know, something we can get away with because we're cheating here. We can go down, just get into the atmosphere, boom. So you see I would be dead a billion times down here. I can get up here and it'll take a little bit of damage, but it's manageable. So you can kind of trick enemies to damaging themselves by getting a little too close to the atmosphere. This game came out in Japan under the name Assault Suits Lanos, and they did a sequel for the Saturn, and I believe it eventually came out on the PlayStation as well. I have a copy of that around here somewhere too. Back in the days of GameSpot, when we were just kind of going to the import shop and importing stuff all over the place. I remember going, well, we gotta get this game. It's the fucking sequel to Target Earth. We absolutely need it. And then it was, it seemed incomprehensible to my non-Japanese reading mind. So I don't know that I actually spent a lot of time with it. I think I had trouble actually getting into the mission, if I remember right, but you know, it's been a long time. I should probably get it back out. I should probably see if I still have it. Let's see what's up. So the Japanese name is notable because it is also part of a series with a game called Assault Suit Vulcan, and that game was brought to the U.S. by Konami, and the name was changed to Cybernator, which is somewhat more famous mech game than Target Earth ever was, for sure. But I never really had a ton of experience with Cybernator. I know, people seem to really like it, but I just never really had a ton of experience with it. Don't mind me, I'm just kind of looking over here at the recording. I'm sure it's all going okay. So here's our ships. The bottom shuttle here is actually, if we sit right here, we can see it kind of slowly descending as those 300 seconds tick off. But you know, our main job here is to really just kind of hold it down. And I don't know that it actually, I don't know that they ever actually will blow up your ship during this part of the mission. That shield seems pretty useful. At least I assume it is preventing damage. It seems like I'm still just kind of taking shots there, I guess. Maybe it just reduces the damage you absorb from the front slightly. So I feel like mechanically this game kind of holds up. I mean, it is more difficult than most of the games of its era. Atmospheric entry is 60 seconds, so now we get the countdown timer and we got to get back on board. But the catch here, now that I can get back on board, if I get back on too early, there will be too many enemies around taking shots at the ships, and they can blow them up after I've gotten on board. That's bad. You don't want that. You know, just dump on the missile pod here. Just hope. 30 seconds. Sorry, we didn't get back. Time is almost up. We must get back over the hatch closes. Alright, fine. So the thing I've had happen here is I've put it too close and then screwed up the entry on the ship and been unable to line it up and then get left behind. That's no good. Alright, we seem to have made it. 1 second. Close the hatch! Alright. Here we go. Got a beverage here. So there we get a bonus weapon though, and an extra 150 piece. Not that we need it, but you can take multiples of the same weapon. Like if you end up getting them, you know, because they are limited ammo. So I believe this would be the point in the game where you would actually normally get the jetpack, is when you're doing this drop here. Let's just stick with this stuff. It's been fine. The default weapon is pretty okay, especially this upgraded version of it here. I really like the music in this game. It can be kind of slower to send here. You don't really need to. Just get down. Rockets all the way down if I want. Move on! So we get a water landing. We're on our way. So this mission we're actually going to go inside. You know, we're kind of taking the assault to the enemy at this point. Water. Placements here. The enemies kind of don't really stop coming, I don't think. So it's not like you can just kind of really hang out somewhere and let your health recover. It's, you just gotta be better if you want to live. Alright, so once we get up here, triggers, you see this little guy running in, jumping in. There he goes. Drops that bomb. Destroy the enemy's reactor. Down below. Base must be destroyed. Now we go in here. And we get a bunch of placements and stuff to deal with here. Missile pods not home in. Missile pods do not home in on turrets. Because here's these little fucking things that I was talking about, things that just like totally suck your energy away. I mean, you can listen to that. Every one of those would be one tick of health at least. Just kind of immediately wipe you out. Inspire gets it. Be very careful around that sort of stuff. Jetpack, it's not really a big deal. Just gonna hop over it. Pump your jets. Oh, see, that's just devious. That's just screwed up. Just flying jumps onto. Oh god, see? What kind of dick designs this part and then says we expect you to beat the game without cheating? I did at one point. There was a time when I could definitely beat this game without cheating. Yeah, pretty tough at spots. And again, just left and right with the dickish just bottom of the hole. Here's a thing that totally sucks all your health away. But also in this area, I mean, there are no spawning enemies, so I could theoretically just sit here and let all that health come back. We'll let some of it come back, and then I'll jump in that barrier over there. Just watch how fast it drains. All right. Yeah. You can get out. Alright, so we're looking for the enemy reactor. Here it is. Switch to the 203 BZ, just boom. Operation completed. You don't actually have to get out after that either. It's just, you know, hey, nice going. Mission accomplished. Surprise attack! Time to take your turn at patrol duty. Go to guard station A1. So, you know, it's like whatever. We took the fight to them. Everything's fine. Installed a new comm system in your attack armor. Now you can listen and talk on the enemy's communication network. Good luck. Now it's just, you know, hey, just on guard duty. Just some funky Genesis slap bass. There's guard station A1. They say the enemy commander is out to get you. Once our new warship is completed, we'll make a surprise attack on the enemy's HQ. See you later. Ah! Boom. Dead. He sort of blows up, and then there are enemies everywhere. And now you see it's actually keeping count of how many kills we get. So, good indicator that that's going to be the thing that gives you bonus weapons at the end. Look at that little guy. Dead now. I wasn't cheating. This part would not be exceptionally difficult. This is sort of the end here. I gotta control back and forth. Jetpack has some sound associated with it. Oh man, it's supposed to be enemy communications. Hey, you're the assault suit pilot who keeps ruining our plans. Who are you? I am Rance Colzis. That is a great name. Commander of the Elite Attack Suit Wing. Rance Colzis. Now I will destroy you. Oh no. Rance Colzis wants revenge. See, it's the same dude. Fleet strength. Our fight will have to wait. I'll be back. So this is a mission that I would have, you know, easily finished, even if it weren't cheating here. You saw my health didn't really drop at all there. Some of that was assisted by the good old 203 BZ, which we probably wouldn't have had at this point. Headquarter Blitz. Okay. Taking it to him again, huh? Now approaching enemy headquarters. Assault suit units prepare for launching. Preparing for launching. Stick with what works, man. Good luck. Prepare for launch. All right. Some reused music for sure. Yeah, seems like they're going for themes when we're over there, kind of taking it to them. We get this music. We get, you know, the funkier, in my opinion, slap bass track. We're defending our home turf. Jerks. Die. Yeah. You might do it. Skip move once you got the jetpack pack. But yeah, like I said, again, if you skip down the hill, then oh man, rear. Got it. So again, you know, this is where regenerating health, you know, as usual, can stop and recharge before carrying on. But we don't have to worry about that, do we? I got it. I don't really know what. I assume he's referring to that shield unit that we just took out. But that's there's definitely some examples of weird/bad localization in this game. Where it's not always clear what's going on. Also, if I had to guess, that guy's probably supposed to be named Lance Colsis. Well, not that there's anything wrong with the name Rance. I think that's, you know... But that's, you know, that's a common localization issue. Use this box, I think we're going to end up back inside. Some kind of turret city here. These missiles aren't going to be very useful. I just dump with these things, but you only get 50 of them in the mission, so here's another case. Keep clear, we are bombing now! Oh no! That plane just crashed. That's not a bombing run at all! Alright, so dive in the hole here, we're back inside. Oh, fall right into these barriers. Oh. And now we got, you know, spawning enemies around this stuff. You know, no place is safe for Rex and the elite assault suit squad force. The attack suit guys are gonna get theirs. Spider-Man, little Spider-Dude. That's way more descriptive, sorry. Spider-Man is, you know, potentially confusing. Spider-Dude, oh, look at that turret. Does this go forever? Is that for reload? Yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's a take it slow kind of game in a lot of ways. You know, you find yourself surrounded by 6 turrets like that, they're just going to start ripping into you. And the slower you take it, the more health you generate. You're on your way there. Alright, just coming to a clearing here. Oh, here is Rance Colsis. You are very good to have made it here alive. Rance, what is going on here? This is a Kron cyborg creation system. But who are you? We are the survivors of the Outer Space Expeditionary Party! We left the Earth 100 years ago with all of man's hope! Well, we had trouble with the engine of the solar system. We radioed Earth for help, but there was silence. Now the Kron system keeps us alive. Okay, so they have chosen technology. They have merged with the cyborgs. We have been forsaken and we are here to take our revenge! But 100 years ago there was a world war. We had to rebuild from the ground up. There was no way Earth could have communicated with you. Your expedition held hope for us all. We never gave up that hope. Now look what a failure to communicate has caused. War. It is regrettable, but it is too late to stop now. The Earth must not be a battleground again. We defend her. We shall never reconcile with you. All right. So here we get our first genuine boss fight. And we're technically all the way through. I don't have any of my bonus weapons left here, right? So. Missile pod probably would have been pretty useful here. Those arms just juke you up in the air. Just get stuck. Cool. shit over his head. Oh, his face is all bloody. Look at him. You will never win! Oh. Finish this. This is Rex to base. We have control over the Kron area. We have control over all this Kron. And we get the upgraded grenade launcher, the upgraded shotgun. For our work there. Stage 7, Space Colony Smash. It's time to smash Space Colony. Right? That's probably what happens here. The enemy is using a captured base as a quartermaster supply for their ships. We must recapture the colony and destroy the enemy's weapon supplies. Select weapons now. Let's stick with that. Be careful out there. Thanks. Mines. It's just kind of flying into these mines. If I remember correctly, there's some cool transitions between 0G and proper G here. Flying the colony. Take care. Boop. Alright, so the mission here is to blow up their stash of weapons here, so it's going to count up as we destroy those little capsules. See some upgraded enemies mixed in with some of these other guys. Oh, that was our guy. Got blasted there. So you kind of fight alongside allies, and they blow up. You know, for a 16-bit game, I feel like they do a pretty good job with conveying this larger battlefield. You've got enough allies kind of rolling with you. You know, you don't really have any control over them, but you know they're out there kind of fighting by your side, and they're blowing up, and they're doing some damage on their own on the enemies. It's a pretty cool feel for a game of this era. For a game of the 1990 copyright. It's pretty neat for what they pull off. And I like a lot of the designs for simple. Some of them are designed. Your assault suit is not bad. Get out. And the selectable weapons before every mission, I think is pretty cool too, because you're never really forced to take anything. I mean, there are definitely going to be missions where you're going to want to have that jetpack. It's just plain useful. All right, so we got 19. I think now are we heading back into space? Yeah. What a great transition. 7 missions in, it's like, oh, you've seen some 0G, you've seen some full-on G, now we're going to give you both in one mission. Right on. Do not let it get away. Oh, whoa. Alright, so we gotta look out for that. Whoa, whoa! So now, it's pretty much any hit on this warship counts. You just get in there with some of your better weapons. You're going to do that damage. So, there's 19 guys. Nothing. We got the standard allotment here, it looks like. And this looks like it would be the first spot where we would normally get the 203 BZ, which is, a pretty high damage weapon. So, Stage 8, the final conflict. You ever wonder why a lot of games from this era have 8 stages? Mario's got 8 worlds. This has 8 stages. It's like, and then sometimes it's like stage 9 will be the final boss, and that's that sort of thing. Doesn't Tekken work that way? Is it 8 fights, and then the 9th is the standard, like the final? When this battle and the war will be over. Assault suit units, prepare to launch. Select your weapons now. Return safely. I'll miss you. Lady Radio Lady all of a sudden is given a name. Liana, I'll be back soon. No development of that relationship, but mechs fighting humans that merge with cyborgs. Like, there are certain parts of that story that you don't need to be told to just know that it's going to happen. And the ace pilot falling for the communications officer is kind of one of them, right? This is our last operation. They seem pretty sure that this is the last level. And I believe they're actually right in this case. I don't know that they're trying to pull a fast one. So you know, so we're seeing the blue beams coming from our ships. You know, red beams incoming. Seeing some of these jets kind of helping out. And we're just this is full-on warship battle. You know, this huge looking conflict. Which again, they do a great job with this. It's like, you know, you're flying past some of your ships, and you see some of their smaller units, and you're out here dog fighting with other mech cyborg men. And some of their, you know, there's some of their larger ships. And I think we're gonna roll up just straight up, start dumping on their capital ships once we get to the other side of the battle. Whoa, slow down there. Look at that. That's all. Those are all hit. Boom. I didn't fire a shot. Beams took that out. Alright, so now we're in open space. And now we're probably going to start seeing a lot more there, guys. I think this is where we make the crossover. To where we start. Yeah, here we go. The goal is the enemy flagship. Let's go. Alright. Go. So we can actually, we don't actually blow up their larger ships. We just kind of stop them from firing. There's no other spot on the ship that can really take any damage other than the guns. So our goal, more or less, is just to get to the flagship at the back of their line. At which point the next sequence will take place. A lot more of these red lasers. I like to think I'm making things easier for my guys by taking out these guns along the way. But I think that's just a sign, you know, it probably doesn't matter. I think it's just another good sign of how they handle the larger kind of battlefield aspect of this. You kind of want to take that stuff out. You're like, oh man, all these other ships that are my guys here, you know, it'd be nice if I could help them out. Blowing up that stuff. Even though I'm flying past it and we'll never have to fly past it again. Whoa, that was got a lot of guns on it. Let's not tear through all the weapons here before we even get to the flagship. So we're cheating, so what's the matter? Alright, I believe this is the flagship. There we see. My God! So we meet again. Rance! You are still alive! I became a cyborg in order to survive. This is the legacy of Kron. Channel 4, the Bay Area. Now I will defeat you and bring myself from the bottom of this mechanized agony. Oh, here he is. Dive into that opening. This is the only way to gain entrance to the flagship. You are a good warrior. So here we see, mechanized, chronified Rance. Wait! And once we fight him enough, he goes away and we go inside the flagship. So now we're inside and there is no gravity. Again, you know, it's just, you know, presenting you with options. But what of Rance? What of Mr. Colzus? Whoa! wise man once said, you've got to get up to get down. I think this is that dead end. Alright. So... this way is just loop around. Yes, I've definitely been this way. This is all as well. Okay, so we'll head back. Down here is just the same way I've been going. Okay, we'll go back through this. This is kind of a connecting tunnel here. This from one side to the other. Easy way down. I don't remember the end of this game. This maze-like. That's the thing. As soon as you start recording, anything funky that can happen is all the character. Okay, here we go. Here we are. Here we go. So, you know, a little bit of a respite here if you wanted to stop and let your health recharge. Also, you know, fire your main weapon out so it reloads, so you go in with a full 20 shots. Or, you know, take a sip of a beverage. The ice is melting, so it's nice and watery. And here we go. I will not let you go any further! Oh, rants. Whoa, that's bad. You got all these missiles. I mean, that's, you know, I have 1 health. Oh, the battle's already over! We have won! It's not over as long as I remain standing. Not yet! I can still... Boom. Another good man dead. Who is behind all this evil? Again, no question mark. Another chance to hang out and recharge. That's a tough fight, because that swiping beam he's got, you know, is pretty heavy. You defeated Rance? You are brave! You are the enemy commander. Surrender, the war is over. Surrender, ha! You can be so surrender. When we were abandoned in space, we developed Kron technology to keep us alive. We became part man, part machine. In order to survive, we always hoped that one day when Earth had fully recovered from the war, they would welcome us back. But when we finally established communications, they told us that we were on our own. The Earth gave us up. There was no misunderstanding. Now you shall die! Oh man, who are the bad guys here? This is clearly the guys owning laser ship things. So you see him in there. He's, you know, got that shield. I got some missile pod missiles left. Always seem interested in homing out that shield. So you see that shield's down. So now I just, you know, I get a few shots in there on him. I am a man in that suit firing at a robot man. I got it! The war is over! There you go. I shot him. I got it. The war is over. And now I'm walking away from this exploding robot. No time to look at that thing. Just keep moving. And, you know, all our dudes straight up boosting as the enemy flagship goes down. I'm still walking. Where? Who knows? Where is this even happening? If I'm walking on the enemy flagship that was blowing up back there, that's probably bad, right? There's I guess that's probably Rance there. Still walking. Remembering the stuff I had to do. Like killing rants. Explosions happening all around me. And I get back to, oh yeah, anime lady. Still walking. Covered in shadow. There I am, surrounded by rubble. I guess maybe that's me. There's the ship. What's the ship? I don't know. It's my ship. Am I getting back on my ship and going home? Coming to get me out? Credits. Thank you, H. Suzuki. M. Takasugi. T. Oya. H. Suda. For that. So, that's Target Earth. Literally, start to finish. You know, it's difficult in spurts, really, if you think about it. You know, think back over what we just played. You know, there's that fight with Rance. You know, his little beam does a hell of damage, and it's very difficult to avoid. And then you know, the parts where you're falling into those barriers and all the other just little spots around the game that are much more difficult than the average conflict you see in the game. So it's yeah, it's a tough game, and it's earned its reputation rightly so. But you know, when you really break down and look at it, I feel like it is the handful of segments around the game that are just way more difficult than the rest. So I don't know. You could make the argument that a more even keel, a more even difficulty slope would have made it a more successful game, but I don't know. I still enjoy it just fine. I think it's one of those all-time cult greats. You know, it doesn't need to be perfect to stand out. It's definitely a game that I keep returning to over the years. Even if I just play through it cheating, which obviously, you know, requires no skill. It's a good fun ride. Cruise through it from time to time, you know. And it's from your friends at NCS and Messiah. I don't know if I've ever actually said that out loud. Messiah. Or I guess they changed their name to Messiah. I said that. At some point, go look at the wiki for that stuff. The company pages and stuff will detail all that. But these guys made a bunch of different stuff over the years. It's, you know, pretty interesting stuff that came over, and a lot of stuff that didn't for the 16-bit systems, and kind of into the next era a little bit there. Like I said, the sequel to this game came out on Saturn, and I believe eventually the PlayStation as well. And yeah, that's it. That's Target Earth. Thanks for watching. So we'll be back next time. I don't know what games will be next here. You know, that was, you know, when we were originally talking about doing the Hall of Fame, well, I was like, well, Motocross Maniacs and Assault and Target Earth clearly need to be number 1 and number 2. And you know, now number 3, who knows, right? Well, we'll find out together soon enough. See you next time.